I can finally stop thinking about my biggest fear, and that is becoming a man, as I will not let that happen to me. I think I have passed a point in my life where I can't go back to how I used to be. I've been worried for quite a while that I've still been going through male puberty, and I kept looking for signs of it, even though there is still none. I stupidly thought that since the men in my family go bald, then I must be going bald as well. I then started to look through all my hair, and you wouldn't believe it, I found a bald spot. It was white on top of my head. I looked in the mirror, and yeah, there is a gap in the middle of my hair. Straight away, I looked online at places that do hair transplants, and I looked at the prices that it would be, but I couldn't afford it. I was so worried that I was going bald, I kept taking photos off the top of my head. When I say I kept taking photos, I mean I kept taking loads of photos. I couldn't believe that I was losing my hair. It wasn't until a couple of weeks later that I noticed every time I checked to see the bald spot, there's a light above my head. So, naturally, I just looked into this more. It turns out that a light above your head can give the appearance of bald spots when there isn't any. But I wasn't sure until one day when I was setting up to film one of these vlogs. I had the TV on my right and there's a delayed image, and I can see the top of my head and it is full of hair. No bald spots whatsoever. I was so relieved that I haven't actually started going bald. Even like the worry of it was a bit too much for me. I kind of think that my hair is one of the reasons why I passed so well. I may have not been going bald, but it did make me curious as to think what I could have looked like in 10 years if I didn't transition. So yesterday I created an image of what I think I would look like as a 30-year-old man, and it terrified me. To make this, I compared the men in my family, and as most of them were bald, I had this as a main feature, and many of them seem to have quite a bit of facial hair as well, so I added this. Even though it's probably a personal choice, it completes the look. I've also added wrinkles, as I would have been so depressed at the time. I probably would have been so unhappy with myself, it would probably cause stress and would cause me to age quite quick. It then kind of shocked me. It was like looking at an image of someone else. But it wasn't someone else, it was me. I had created an image of my worst nightmare. Me as a man. This is the freak I would have become. I knew since I was 5 years old I didn't want to grow up into a man, and I'm happy that I managed to stop developing most of the masculine traits before it was too late. Now I just need to move on to the next step of becoming myself. I think the next thing will be voice training and laser hair removal. It'll help me keep distance from being that person who I didn't want to be, and it can help me become the woman who I am. Hi everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, check out the playlist above my head of previous videos. Bye!